Good morning students. In this session we are going to discuss about types of chemical bond. In types of chemical bond, the chemical bonds has been majorly classified into two types, interatomic chemical bonds and intermolecular chemical bonds. So, the chemical bonds has been majorly classified into two types, interatomic and intermolecular chemical bonds. What do you mean by this interatomic? Means the bond is formed between the atoms is known as interatomic, whereas here the bond is formed between the molecules is known as intermolecular chemical bonding. And furtherly, this interatomic chemical bonds has been classified into three types: ionic bond, covalent bond and metallic bond. Whereas this intermolecular bonds has been classified into van der Waals forces and hydrogen bonding, which you will be studying in the chapter called states of matter. In this chapter you are going to study about the interatomic chemical bonds. These interatomic chemical bonds are usually more stronger than this intermolecular chemical bonds. So, in the interatomic chemical bonds, the first chemical bond is ionic bond. Usually, this bond is formed between metals and non-metals. This bond yaudru naduve form agutte andre between metals and non-metals. So, this ionic bond is formed between metals and non-metals. As we know, the metals has the tendency to lose its electron. Metal has the tendency to lose its electron, whereas these non-metals have the tendency to gain the electrons. The metals have the tendency to lose its electron, whereas non-metals have the tendency to gain its electron. As the metals has the tendency to lose its electron, whereas non-metals has the tendency to gain its electron, what will happen means the metals will going to transfer its outermost electron to this non-metal. As the non-metal has the tendency to accept electron, these metals transfer its electron, that is outermost electron, to this non-metal. For example, when you consider a sodium metal, the atomic number of sodium is 11. Therefore, its electronic configuration would be, you can observe here in the outermost shell, the number of valence electrons in the sodium atom is 1. Therefore, this sodium has the tendency to donate its outermost valence electron, that is 1 electron. After donating its 1 electron, it forms sodium ion. Sodium is losing its 1 electron to form sodium ion with loss of 1 electron. This electron has been lost in this reaction, will be gaining by the non-metal. Let us consider one non-metal, chlorine. The atomic number of chlorine is 17. Therefore, the electronic configuration of chlorine would be neon 3s2 3p5. You can observe here, in order to complete an octet, octet na complete ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು electrons ಬೇಕು? outermost valence shell electrons ಅಲ್ಲಿ 7 electrons ಇದೆ. In order to complete its octet, it should need 1 electron. ಇನ್ನೂ 1 electron ಬೇಕು chlorine ಗೆ. Therefore, this chlorine accepts an electron from this sodium atom. So, by accepting an electron, it will form chloride ion. ಏನು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ? Chloride ion ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. As there are 7 electrons in their outermost shell of an chlorine atom, in order to satisfy its octet configuration, this will accept the 1 electron which has been donated by the sodium. Sodium ಯಾಕೆ ಒಂದು electron ನ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? You can observe here, after donating 1 electron, the electronic configuration of sodium in its outermost shell would be 2s2 2p6. That means octet configuration ನ satisfy ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Therefore, by donating 1 electron, sodium is satisfying its octet, whereas chlorine, by accepting 1 electron, it is satisfying its octet. So, after forming respective ions, after forming cation and anion, there will be a force of attraction between this cation and anion. This force of attraction leads to the formation of bond between these ions. There is an electrostatic force of attraction between cation and anion. This electrostatic force of attraction between the cation and anion is known as ionic bond. So, Na plus attracts Cl minus to form NaCl. This is an ionic compound formed by Na plus and Cl minus ion. Therefore, what do you mean by this ionic bond means? It is an electrostatic force of attraction between cation and anion. It is not a bond. Idu ionic bond annadu bond alla. It's just an electrostatic force of attraction. ಈಗ NaCl ಅಂತ ಈ ಥರ ಬಾಂಡ್ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ನಾವು. ಯಾಕೆ? ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ದೇರ್ ಈಸ್ ನೋ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಅಯಾನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕ್ಲೋರೈಡ್ ಅಯಾನ್. There is an electrostatic force of attraction that is existing between sodium and chloride ion. Therefore, ionic bond is an electrostatic force of attraction between positive and negative ion. So, ionic bond is just an electrostatic force of attraction that is existing between cation and anion. How this ionic bond is forming? By the complete transfer of electron from metals to non-metals. You can observe here the sodium ion and chloride ion has been satisfy its octet configuration. Octet configuration na satisfy ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. Octet configuration satisfy ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಅದು ಕಂಬೈನ್ ಆಗಿ ಸೋಡಿಯಂ ಕ್ಲೋರೈಡ್ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? octet satisfy ಆದಮೇಲೂ ಯಾಕೆ ಅದು ಕಂಬೈನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ, you can observe that the sodium is giving its electron in a gaseous state, and whereas chloride is accepting its electron in its gaseous state. As we know, in gaseous states ions are free to move, therefore they are not stable. Due to the attainment of stability, these sodium ion and chloride ion combine together by a force of attraction leading to the formation of ionic compound. Similarly, you can observe another example for this ionic compound like magnesium chloride. How this magnesium chloride will form? Magnesium is an alkaline earth metal. As we know, the magnesium has tendency to giving its 2 electron. Therefore, after giving its 2 electron, it will form magnesium ion, Mg2 plus ion form ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. These 2 electrons will be accepted by chlorine. So, the 2 electron which has been released by the magnesium is accepting by the chlorine. 2 chlorine atoms are accepting the 2 electrons giving rise to 2 chloride ion. After the formation of respective cation and anion, there is a force of attraction between the magnesium and chloride giving rise to magnesium chloride ionic compound. So, the magnesium ion attracts the chloride ion giving rise to magnesium chloride. This is how the ionic compound will form by the electrostatic force of attraction. This ionic bond is also known as electrovalent bond. This ionic bond is also known as electrovalent bond. Now, let us consider some of the factors which are influencing this ionic bond formation. ಈ ionic bond form ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲುಯೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Which are those factors which are influencing the formation of ionic bond? We will consider now. So, what are the factors which are influencing the ionic bond formation? As we know, the ionic bond is formed between metals and non-metals. As we know, the metals have the tendency to give its electrons. So, metal is having a tendency to donate its electron forming a cation. In order to donate its electron, there must be some energy required in order to lose its electron. As we know, some amount of energy required to lose its electron in gaseous state means it is an ionization energy. So, for the metals, in order to give its electron, there must be some energy required, that is ionization energy. As more the ionization energy, it will be difficult for metal to give its electron. Therefore, the ionization energy must be low for the metals in order to give its electron easily. Lower the ionization energy, more easily the metal can donate its electron. Therefore, the first factor which is influencing the formation of ionic bond means the ionization energy. Lower the ionization energy of the metals, more easily the metal can lose its electron. So, the first factor which is influencing the ionic bond formation is ionization energy. Lower the ionization energy of the metals, more easily the metal can lose its electron. Now, what is the behavior of non-metals? As the non-metals have the tendency to accept an electron. As the non-metals have the tendency to accept an electron. We know that some amount of energy is released during the acceptance of electron in its gaseous ground state. This energy is defined as electron affinity or electron gain enthalpy. Here, in the acceptance of electron, the electron affinity, and that means the electron gain enthalpy is taking place. That means the some amount of energy is being released during the acceptance of electron. As some amount of energy is released during an acceptance of electron means system is attaining the stability. As the system is releasing its energy means the system is attaining stability. Therefore, the second factor which is influencing the ionic bond formation means the electron affinity. Greater the electron affinity means more amount of energy is released, therefore more easily the non-metal can accept an electron. So, greater the electron gain enthalpy means easy to accept the electron. That means more amount of energy has been released. After the formation of respective cation and anion, the last step is the force of attraction between cation and anion. The cation and anion combines to give an ionic compound. So, the cation and anion attracts with each other, leading to the formation of ionic solid, that is ionic compound. During the formation of this ionic solid, some amount of energy is being released. That energy is known as lattice energy. As we know, more amount of energy released means system is attaining stability. More stable will be the system. Therefore, in the formation of ionic solid, the energy released is known as lattice energy. Greater the lattice energy, more stable will be the ionic compound. So, greater the lattice energy means more amount of energy has been released, means more stable the ionic compound has been formed. Therefore, these are the few factors which are influencing during the ionic bond formation. And there is a new term introduced here, that is lattice energy. You will be studying about this lattice energy in detail in the chapter called thermodynamics. Usually, this lattice energy can be measured indirectly by method called Born-Haber cycle. You will be studying in detail about this lattice energy and how to measure this lattice energy in the chapter called thermodynamics. The next type of bond is covalent bond. As we know, the ionic bond is formed between metals and non-metals. This covalent bond is formed between the non-metals. Usually, this bond is formed by the mutual sharing of electrons by the atoms involved in the bonding. Usually, this bond, covalent bond, is formed by the mutual sharing of electrons. Ionic bond alli enagta ittu, electron complete agi transfer agta ittu. Whereas in covalent bond, there is a mutual sharing of electrons. Andre two atoms involve agidre bonding alli, idu ಒಂದು electron ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಒಂದು electron ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. ಆ electrons ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ form ಆಗೋ bond ನೇ covalent bond. Let us consider an example. ಎರಡು chlorine atom ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. As we know, the chlorine atom contains 7 electrons in its valence shell. We know how to represent the valence electrons in an atom by Lewis dot symbol. We can represent this valence electron. There are 7 valence electrons in its outermost shell. The chlorine atom containing 7 valence electrons in its outermost shell is being represented by a Lewis dot symbol. Here, in order to attain the octet configuration, ಅಂದರೆ noble gas configuration ನ satisfy ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ chlorine atom ಗೆ ಇನ್ನೆಷ್ಟು electron ಬೇಕು? 1 electron ಬೇಕು. Similarly, this chlorine atom also needs 1 electron in order to satisfy its valency. So, both of these chlorine atoms share these electrons mutually. Like this, these chlorine atoms shares the electron. ಶೇರ್ ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? ಈ ಥರ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಒಂದೊಂದಿತ್ತೋ ಅದು ಎಷ್ಟು ಶೇರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಹಿಯರ್, ವೆನ್ ಯು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಆಟಮ್, ಕೌಂಟ್ ದಿ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ವೇಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 ಆಕ್ಟೇಟ್ ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫೈ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಹಾಗೇನೆ ಈ ಕ್ಲೋರಿನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿ 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಆಕ್ಟೇಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫೈ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದಿ ಲ್ಯೂಯಿಸ್ ಥಿಯರಿ, the atoms combine together to form a stable molecule. Therefore, chlorine molecule ಆಯಿತು. ಹೆಂಗಾಯಿತು? By the mutual sharing of electrons leading to the formation of a chlorine molecule. This is a bond. ಯಾವ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಇದು? Covalent bond. The type of bond formed between the two chlorine atoms is a covalent bond. Let us consider another example. ಎರಡು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. We know that the number of valence electrons present in the oxygen atom is 6. 6 ವೇಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸು ಪ್ರತಿ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲೂ ಇದೆ. ಇನ್ನೆಷ್ಟು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು ಆಕ್ಟೇಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಗರೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫೈ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ? ಇನ್ನೂ 2 ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು. ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ಬೋತ್ ದೀಸ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಶೇರ್ ಮ್ಯೂಚುಯಲಿ, ಎರಡು ಮ್ಯೂಚುಯಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಆಗ ಏನು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಹಿಯರ್, ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಮ್ಯೂಚುಯಲ್ ಶೇರಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಯಿತು. ವೆನ್ ಯು observe this oxygen atom whether the octet configuration satisfy ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 octet satisfy ಆಗಿದೆ. ಹಾಗೇನೆ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ಲಿ when you consider this oxygen atom 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 here also the octet configuration has been satisfied. You can observe here 2 pairs of electrons are involved in bonding. ಅಂದರೆ 2 pairs of electrons has been mutually shared between the 2 ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್. ಒಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಪೇರ್ ಶೇರ್ ಆದರೆ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಪೇರ್ ಶೇರ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಡಬಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಇಫ್ 3 pairs ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬೀನ್ ಶೇರ್ಡ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದಿ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಟ್ರಿಪಲ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿ ಮ್ಯೂಚುಯಲ್ ಶೇರಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್. ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಹಿಯರ್ the molecule has been formed by the same kind of atoms. ಇಲ್ಲಿ molecules same kind of atoms ಇಂದ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. We know that if a molecule is forming by a same kind of atom means homonuclear molecule. These molecules is known as homonuclear molecules. Here in these molecules the covalent bond is formed between the same kind of atoms, hence it is known as ಹೋಮೋನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್. ಹೋಮೋ ಅಂದರೆ ಸೇಮ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ನಡುವೆ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಹೋಮೋನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಇಫ್ ದ ಕೋವೆಲೆಂಟ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಡ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಹೆಟಿರೋನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಒನ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ವಾಟರ್ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್. ವಿ ನೋ ದಟ್ ದಿ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಕಂಟೈನ್ಸ್ 1 electron in its valence shell. 1 ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ನ contain ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. Similarly, the oxygen contain 6 electron in its valence shell and this hydrogen also contains 1 electron in its valence shell. There is a formation of covalent bond between hydrogen and oxygen atom by mutual sharing of electrons. ಅಂದರೆ ಇದೊಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ನ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ, ಇದೊಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ನ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ. Similarly, this also gives 1 electron, hydrogen atom also giving 1 electron, leading to the formation of water molecule. You can observe here the hydrogen is satisfying its doublet configuration. ಇಲ್ಲಿ doublet configuration ನ satisfy ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಅಂದರೆ 2 2 electron configuration ನ satisfy ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Similarly, when you consider the oxygen atom, it is satisfying its octet configuration, means 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. It is satisfying its octet configuration. Again, hydrogen atom is satisfying its doublet configuration. This is a type of molecule that is heteronuclear molecule which is formed between different kinds of atoms. Hence it is known as heteronuclear molecules. These kinds of molecules which is formed between the different kinds of atoms is known as heteronuclear molecules. Therefore, homonuclear molecules means the covalent bond is formed between the same kind of atoms. Heteronuclear molecules means the covalent bond is formed between different kind of atom. This is about homonuclear molecules and heteronuclear molecules. Now, let us move on to the differences between ionic bond and covalent bond. ಈಗ ionic bond ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ, covalent bond ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ. Now, let us move on to the differences between ionic bond and covalent bond. As we know, this ionic bond is formed between metals and non-metals, whereas covalent bond is formed between non-metals. Therefore, the first point will be ionic bond is formed between metals and non-metals, whereas covalent bond is formed between non-metals. We know that this ionic bond is just an electrostatic force of attraction, whereas this covalent bond is a bond formed by the electron sharing. The compounds formed by this ionic bond, that is ionic compounds, usually have high melting and boiling point, whereas covalent bond comparatively have low melting and boiling point. ಯಾಕೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ high melting and boiling point ಇರುತ್ತೆ? Because there is a existence of electrostatic force of attraction between the ions. Therefore, these have high melting and boiling point, whereas comparatively the covalent bond has low melting and boiling point. So, these are the few differences between the ionic bond and covalent bond.